So we have a big data set here. It's about 1,400 records, I think. And we're going to be dealing with group by and pivot by. Let's just make the font a bit bigger. Okay, and get rid of the unnecessary columns. Let's do that. Group by and pivot by are the new pivot and group functions, which are actually better than pivot table, but you just have to know the expression. And that's what today is all about. Dealing with that expression, and you'll see the expressions on the bottom right hand corner, group by and pivot by. So there we have it, got rid of those unnecessary columns. There's the syntax right there. So first we're going to deal with group by and then pivot by. Similar things, but there's a description, and that will be in the description box, and you can look at the difference. There's group by and the syntax and the differences to pivot by. Good. So let's go and do the group by. What I've done is I've just put the province cell in there, equals A1 equals D1 over there. You can do that, and we'll do that in the next video, but we'll just put it there anyway. Anyway, group by starts off, and we open the brackets. The first thing you have to put in is the row field. So you want the row to show province. Now, there is a bit of a problem here. If you do that, yes, it does makes the right choice. But I've found sometimes it doesn't make the right choice. So that is the correct choice. Now we have to put in the values. Now the problem is DD, that won't work, and D1 won't work. So just let's select the whole row. So what we do is D2, Alt Shift down arrow, Control Shift down arrow, there we go, Control Shift down arrow. Now we're putting in the sum function, so we want to add all the sales per province. There we go, let's click the tick, and there we go, look at that, widen the column nicely, and we have the Eastern Cape, Free State, Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, etc. The total is down there too. But here's the great advantage of group by as opposed to insertion of pivot tables. Let me just create a little bit of Gucci Armani over here. Watch this. Insert, maps, and it's automatic. We all know, of course, that with the pivot tables, you've got to trick the pivot table into looking at the wrong reference, okay, to paste values. Look at that. So if we go, for example, and increase Free State road bikes to 2 million, then what happens is you can see the Free State changes over there, okay, it changes. All right, good. All right, so we're looking at all of that. Now, let's have a look at the pivot by. I'm going to move this formula down, the syntax down, so we can create the pivot by. And it's a similar process. But watch this. Equals pivot by, pivoty, not pivoty by, pivot by. And we're going to insert the row fields, just like group by. So it's the province once again. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to insert the column field. So remember, it's a matrix. Once again, here we have a better situation in terms of channel. So are they sold by the web or retailers, etc. Now we've got to put in the values. And okay, so here we have an issue. All right, I want to put in the units. Now, there we go. What we have to do is Control Shift down arrow to put in the range. Those are the values, of course, and we're going to place it in here. There we go, sum, double click sum and close the brackets. And beautiful, look at this, there we go, look at that, hey? Just widen those columns so that we can see the actual amounts, and once again you can see it's interactive. We're going to create the map, and then what we're going to do is we're going to change one of the values to see how it jumps up and down. But this time I didn't include the total. Let's just format it. Not Gucci this time, maybe Armani. And let's, okay, there we go. So what I didn't do this time is select the totals. I did that last time, that might have been a problem. But look, I can only choose one, of course. So maps, there we go, and the map is created. Look at that, beautiful. But now watch, we change one of the values, and the map changes dynamically. That's the best part of this. That won't happen with a normal pivot table. You've got to trick it. Okay, so if we go, say, for example, over there in Free State road bikes, 2 million, watch the map change. Magnificent stuff. Look at that, Free State looking good.